Dear me. Well, there you are. It'll be working now. It's had that whole conversation for no reason then. Just by myself. So thank you for letting me know, because otherwise I would have been talking away a while on my own. So just confirm that you can hear the sound now. I had the external mic in because I thought it might be a little bit windy. And yeah, so for those of you that missed it, this is the pre-live tour. So if you're not watching live, if you scroll forward about 13 minutes now, you'll live, then obviously feel free to ask a question, say hello. And what I was going to say is I hope we get a few people on, because I realise that it's a Wednesday. It's not my usual day, but of course my birthday is only today, this year. Can't have another birthday. I'm not the Queen. So who have I missed saying hello to while we've been faffing about? So I said hello Anne, started off. Hello Susan, Fran, Leslie, Trista, Margaret. This is a test now, so I can make sure I don't say hello to a person more than once even. There we are. I think that was everybody. If I missed you, apologies. Shout out, demand your voice to be heard. Wednesday's your free day. Wonderful. It's nice to see you live, Trista. I know you've had lots of things going on. Hello, Mummy Sanderson. Hello, Sam. The lovely Scottish Sam is with us. How nice. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Claire. Hi, Ronnie. The weather in Kent has been, well, I mean Maidstone. Oh, and Mini Mummy Sanderson. Might just call you Claire. So I don't know what the weather in Scotland's like, but it's been glorious today. It's been 15 degrees, so I'm very lucky because as of tomorrow, I think it goes downhill. So obviously it's only nice for my birthday, which is lovely. Although, as I will explain to you all, it's been a rubbish birthday, really. Ronnie might need to leave shortly to receive a delivery, but will come right back. Good, I expect so. Yes, Sam. Send some scent of lavender soaps down this way, please. Fill up the gimbal with the smell of lavender, if you could, please. I've no idea why somebody's talking about wrenches. It's been glorious in North London today. Too hot for you? Oh, heavens above, Leslie. Then you're going to suffer when we get, 15 degrees. Hello, Andrew. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it did feel quite warm in the sun, but in the shade, it's not acceptable and needs to be warmer. 21 again. I've given up on that one. Send me your address. I'll disclose it to everybody. Yeah, send it to. It was the scent. Do you do lavender, Sam? Do you do lavender soaps? Everybody knows I'm a lavender nut. Did I say hello, Claire? Because I'm not sure. I was too busy getting distracted by my naughty voyagers. I had hoped that by scheduling it for this time, we might get to see some beautiful colours in the sky, but I'm not sure because I can't, unfortunately, plan it. Went back on an unexpected visit on Saturday. The sky was glorious, and I was driving down the motorway, so obviously not much I could do about it, but I did think at the time, is it buffering for anybody else? Because there's not a lot I can do about it, because I have got full 5G. I might sit down just for the moment, because I'm just walking around on the spot. Oh, that's better. These old bones. To somebody else. That always fills everybody with joy. Doesn't it fill everybody? Unfortunately, guys, if it buffers, there's nothing I can do about it my end. What I would suggest is you refresh. Because I'm outside, I'm using my mobile data, and it is saying full 5G. I'm actually slightly sliding down the seat as I'm talking to you, which is slightly strange. It's not a wooden seat. Just don't tell everybody you have keys everywhere. I'm quite sure that's probably an interesting... I'll be going round and seeing where I can burgle you. Not that I know where you live. Don't disclose it, please. Thank you. Hello, Pizzazz. Try the mic, because I need to buy a new mic. Not got round to it. As with most things. And I thought, I can't remember why I stopped using this. And of course, now I think I've realised why. Linda, to refresh. I can tell today's already starting to be a little bit stressful then. I don't really understand it either, because it's literally out in the middle. The middle? Not got any tool of the signal off and back on again, but my concern would be that are they wishes? Intermittent on sound and vision. Well, I can walk down to the next, oops. What I could do is, I tell you what I wanted to show you. Let's make sure I'm actually doing the right thing. I wanted to show you this this lovely seat, which is the one that obviously isn't wooden, and I was slipping down. And there you are. Her Majesty the Queen. And that's not seen this sort of bench before. So perhaps they're a thing. What I'm going to do is just wander along. As I say, my phone is showing brilliant 5G. So unfortunately, it may well be Prism. Which means, well, unfortunately, even if it wasn't Prism, even if it was my mobile phone provider, EE, there's nothing I can do about it. She was a local, yes, indeed. She used to go down the pub, have a few drinks with the locals. I imagine there are many, many, many benches. And I'm also imagining that she's never probably been here. Should have done, obviously. It's a glorious place. And hopefully you will see a bit of sun making me look like I've got my hair's on flames. I started further down as it was because when I first started, there were some chaps in the river on canoes or kayaks, and they were swearing incredibly loudly and rather a lot. So I thought, well, that's a splendid way to start a tour. It is. Hopefully we'll see some lovely colours in the sky. Looks like we've got about 3 minutes. So how has everybody been? Oh, I tell you, you're going to go mad when I show you this next one. Honestly, it's almost like I've got Canada. I mean, look at the colour of this one. No, I think actually it's not quite right. But look at that one. See, I've got the blue, and I've got this, I'm guessing it's a rose, and this is the commemorating King Charles. So there you are. And I'll be honest, I pretty much dare say he's not been here either. So there you are, a blue, which is interesting. He does like red though. Right, got a message from Margaret saying 5. But I'm not sure what that's actually. Salmon coloured, yes, maybe a salmon. I think it's a rather deeper pink. Oh, we've got Queen Elizabeth everywhere. Down where I live, we've got a Queen Elizabeth Country Park. Oh, hi Tina. That's very lovely. Were there... Well, they weren't swearing at their EE connection. Yes, I forgot to tell you, I think it was all about the oars. and not using them properly. And I think they were perhaps annoyed at some people's perhaps lack of skills on the old kayaks. So I think that's why they were swearing. But I didn't pay too much attention because I was slightly more concerned that you were going to hear it all and I was going to be put on a blacklist by YouTube. Hello, Dawn. I'm just looking. We've got 1 minute to go. And then we will go live, which will be rather splendid, won't it? 1 minute, the excitement. I've got a little timer here, which is saying I started 14 minutes ago, which is brilliant. If I start bang on, then I know that 15 minutes I can go. But of course, if I'm slightly late, then it becomes very, very difficult mathematics. So I hope there isn't too much of a wind sound, but what I would say is having a wind sound is slightly better than no sound. We've got a few, obviously it's coming up for 5:15, so it's a lovely day. We've got some people cycling around, walking around, doing goodness gracious knows what. Some people walking around with a gimbal, looking like they're talking to their phone. It's wonderful. It's all going on in Maidstone, which is of course where we are. Let's have a look. I'm just thinking now, it is now 5:15, so welcome. Today is my birthday and I thought what better gift to everybody than taking you on a tour down in Tovel to the Maidstone, and we will get to see the River Medway and we will get to see whatever other glorious things are in our way. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you, of course, some of you will remember, we've seen it a couple of times now, it's Elaine's garden. And of course we met the lovely Elaine last time I was here, which was really nice to actually meet her. And we've got some daffodils here. Have we got any daffodil fans in the house? I do hope there's no dog deposits on the pavement because I have just put my knee down. So these now, of course, this is where we need Sue. Are these crocus or are these are gorgeous, aren't they? I like the different colours. Oh no, oh no, that must be a primula in there. This one here, I imagine, looks like a primrose. That looks like a crocus. That looks a lot like something else. Look, see, lift up the green. See what you find behind. So, see these, right, the primrose or primula, and I can't remember what the difference are, but I do know that I bought some primrose for myself because they are rather splendid. It looks like Elaine has been planting all the different colours. So yeah, a few people are saying iris. And the little fairy garden bits and bobs. So you can see lots of daffodils. And, ooh, look! Now, these are my favourites. See, these must be hyacinths. I got some hyacinth bulbs. I planted them. One managed to flower and went beautifully. The other one is like a deformed hyacinth and came late. So, this is the lesser spotted upside down wheelbarrows. Those are available outside of Kent. A few garden gnomes for you. And I'm not sure if you can hear, but there's a gorgeous sound of water there. Oh, I love the smell of hyacinths. The smellier the better. I'm. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Are you Elaine?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. So we met you last year. So
Right.
wave to everybody on YouTube. Hello again. So yes, I stopped again at your beautiful garden.
Oh, Sweden needs a lot of work doing to it.
Does it?
Yes.
Well, if you saw my back garden, you probably wouldn't worry about. But you know, you haven't had the weather for it, have you?
No, it's been very cold. Especially here at the river, it's cold.
Does it get really cold down here?
Yes, I think so. The breeze comes down the river, but it's fine. Everything's brightening up. The bulbs you can see are looking really good.
Oh, they are looking marvellous.
Yes, they're all coming up really nicely. So it's fine. We'll catch up. We've done a few little bits. A lot needs doing. Yes.
Well, lovely to see you again, and thank you so much for this garden because we love it.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you.
Oh, this is again my also favourite bit. That's the sort of exercise I could do, sitting on that and pretending to row. And then, of course, we've got our doves. Hello, birdies. Hello, birdies. You're on camera, don't swear. Oh, I know. Can you hear that, guys? I'm going to be quiet for a minute just so you can... Wind. Hello. I actually met a parrot on Sunday called Indy and had a conversation, and I must admit, looking at those, I was trying not to try and see if it would repeat hello after me. Isn't it wonderful, that little burble? I remember I told you in 2023, unfortunately somebody came and shot some of the doves, I think, but unfortunately you get nasty people wherever you go. We've obviously got a bit of building going on here. Unfortunately, Maidstone, wherever you move, if there's an empty space, it will get built on. As I think is the same for so many places now. Not only in the UK, but wherever you go. Well, to be fair, Linda, at the moment we wouldn't have needed much watering because we've had so much rain. And you can still hear it's not a common occurrence meeting parrot, no. I wish I could speak dove. I'm sure they'd be saying something absolutely fascinating. Ah, look at those colours coming. Good, good, good. Right then, so I thought we'd take the time, or I'd take the time quite frankly, to update you on what I've been up to. And unfortunately, oh, let's have a look at that before I dash off the bridge. Now, this is a bit of a bingy-bongy bridge, so I'm bingy-bonging. I think that person is particularly heavy-footed because it feels like I've actually gone onto a trampoline instead of a bridge. So I'm not great with birthdays, I won't lie. I don't know why. I think it's the weight of expectation. Perhaps a bit like New Year's Eve. You're meant to have a wonderful day. And you don't always. So, yeah. I wasn't particularly looking forward to my birthday. Mainly because beginning of January, my chief executive left. And we had a night out on the Friday. And I went out, guys. I know it's scandalous. I went out and I was driving, so I didn't, drinky. I did have a glass of Prosecco and went to this place in Maidstone, a bar, was chatting and everything. And then let's go to Beer Keller. Now, for those that don't know, Beer Keller is really sort of populated by those in their 20s. It's German, Beer Keller. You can stand on the benches and dance. The music was quite good, and I did indeed stand on the bench and dance. And I think I was dancing, as I say, dancing loosely, moving my body in possibly a rhythmic motion, but reports could say otherwise. I thought it closed at 1. It didn't actually close until 3, but at 2 o'clock we left. So 2 o'clock, fabulous. Got home, went to bed about 2:30, outrageous, went to the Cattery the next day. And I think it was in the afternoon I started getting palpitations. And I was like, okay, that's a bit strange. Now, one of the things that I would say actually is that there was so much vape smoke. And I did get a bit of a sore throat. When I woke up, I had a bit of a sore throat. I thought, anyway. So, palpitations, fair enough. Annoying, fluttery. Next day, palpitations, annoying, fluttery. Monday, back to work. Palpitations, annoying and fluttery. And I'm like, oh, for goodness sake. So I phoned 101 or 111. Whichever one I should have rang at the time. And they said, they actually said, we'll get back to you, and they never did. Well, they did, but not until after I'd rung the GP, and the GP surgery receptionist said, you're going to have to go to A&E. I said, really? It's just palpitations. I've had them before. They said, no, I'm next to the triage team. You're going to need to go to A&E. I was like, oh, piffle. So off I went to A&E. Now, fortunately, I live very close to Maidstone Hospital. While I was walking up to Maidstone Hospital, 111 rang me back. And I said, well, actually, the GP's told me to go to the hospital. She was like, well, actually, yes, that's probably what I would have said. And I was like, oh, double piffle. I was hoping you'd say, no, it's fine, go home. Have a lie down, you'll be fine. So the usual wait. So what did I have? I had an ECG, which literally, there were 14 stickers on my body, connected up. It's literally about 30 seconds. Oh, tickety-boo, off you go. Then you go for blood tests. And funnily enough, the lady who did my ECG, she said to me, oh, I get them all the time. So I was like, oh, it's splendid. It's not an issue. It's just a little bit annoying. Had my bloods taken, which I don't really enjoy. Saw the emergency consultant. He said, look, can't find anything wrong, so you're not an emergency. You can leave. Go and see your GP. Okay, tickety-boo. I'll be honest, he's probably great as an emergency consultant, but not necessarily when you've been in just for palpitations. I think he probably would have had the bedside manner of a goat. I like goats, but not sure they've got great bedside manners. Anyway, off I trot. Hello, Catherine. Make an appointment for a heart monitor. No, that's a lie. I've already lied to you. So I saw the GP and she said, belt and braces, let's get a 24-hour heart monitor done. So got that appointment through after phoning up. What have you got? It'll be a while. She said, okay, can you do the 19th of March? And I laughed and I said to her, have a look at my birth date. She went, oh, happy birthday to me. So obviously that's been playing on the back of my mind a little bit. You know, got to have this heart monitor, piffle. Because I had plans, as some of you may know, I wanted to go abroad. But I thought, well, there's absolutely no point booking anything, because if I want insurance, they'll say to me, are you waiting for any tests or investigations? And if I go, yes, 24-hour heart monitor, they're going to go, yes, that's £1 million, please. So I thought to myself, well, okay, I won't go abroad then. So I took a week off, and hello. So I took a week off, spent it at home instead, and looking to do something exciting. I've been speaking about dates that she's free, and I messaged her on Saturday to say, because obviously Mum's been a bit worried about my heart monitor as well, you know, mums and all that. Messenger said, Mum, how are you doing for this date? She said, right. She said, well, I'm going to call him Fred. I usually call him by his real name, but it's her husband. She said, Fred's just had a heart attack. So we're in Q&A hospital. So I'm not sure if we're free that weekend. This is my typical mother, bless her heart, understatement of the year award. Because I don't really care about the date then. I care about the fact that my stepdad's just had a heart attack, so of course I'm immediately on the phone. I have said that he was trying to steal my thunder. Because obviously, you know, it was all about me and my 24-hour heart monitor. Now that's completely, you know, that's kind of been put on the back burner now. Hello, Cheryl. So it's been an incredibly stressful last few days. I'm pleased to report that after 2 procedures, a total of 3.5 hours, with diamond drills, getting rid of calcifications and stents, he actually came home today. So thought, okay, right, well this is a great lead up to a birthday. And I drove home, obviously, so I drove home to Hampshire on Saturday. Kind of, you know, had to get myself together, make sure the cat sitter was ready. Not ready, but able to cat sit. And off I trotted. And I would have stayed, except for the fact that Baloo had a vet appointment on Monday. And I really wanted to go to that vet appointment because I've been quite worried about him. Now, some of you may or may not know, but Baloo was diagnosed with severe IBD or cancer in November. He was put on steroids and well, he was also put on chemo, but that didn't work for us. So then he's been on B12 and he's been on steroids. But I was really concerned. I've been saying his back legs are really weak. And when I'd made the decision, I wanted everything done because he is just drinking so much. And steroids do say, you know, obviously they eat more, which is great. That's what we wanted. And they drink more, but I thought this is getting silly now. Plus, the issue has been he's drinking more, and when he's upstairs, he's using the litter tray. And I had a lovely gift, I think on Monday, where he'd obviously used the litter tray. Peach decided she didn't want to use it, so peed down the side of the litter tray. So it's all been going on. So I took Baloo to the vets, got him all the tests. I think I've spent about £450 on tests. Blood test, urine test, and oh my goodness gracious, he was such a good boy. You know, they shaved his neck, took the bloods, and they laid him on his side, stuck the needle in for the urine test, you know, and he was fine with it, bless his heart. And then I got another invoice later on that afternoon for another test, and I thought, they found something. The vet called me on Monday evening and said, I'm really sorry, but Baloo's got diabetes. He said it's possible, probable, that because of the long-term use of the steroid, and he may go into remission if we stop the steroids. It might not. However, he now needs to be injected twice a day with insulin. So this is someone whose stepdad's had a heart attack, waiting for a medical appointment, cat diagnosed with diabetes. I think at that stage I'm pretty much in meltdown. And I'm not sure I can do it. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm like, oh my goodness, I've always worried about, you know, injecting cats. I'm not great with needles. I'm such a clodhopper, cat-handed buffoon. How am I going to manage this? So he said, I've booked you in a half-hour appointment with the nurse tomorrow. And what I will do is she'll show you how to inject fluids. Now, many years ago, back in 2007, my cat Frodo had kidney disease, polycystic kidney disease, and I actually injected him with fluids. It's a long time ago, but I know I've done it. So it's like, I've done it before, I can do it, but it's obviously a little bit scary. So went to the nursing appointment, and fabulous. Got a lovely nurse, and my friend and cat sitter joined me, because obviously if I like Baloo, so I'm really lucky that she came along to learn as well. And therein, I think, for those of you who know me quite well, you can expect what happened next. It was a cat-handed disaster. So what you have to do is, you've got your little bottle of insulin, you get your needle, you stick your needle in the insulin bottle. Now, firstly, you have to move the insulin bottle up and down 5 times. I can do that. What it appeared I couldn't do is the needle in the bottle. Look at that wave. Woohoo! As soon as I, because I've got a natural tremor, as soon as I actually touched the end of the needle onto the bottle, I made myself jump. And I'm sure it would have made an excellent YouTube video. So the first time I did that, I went ping, 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 and I bent the needle, which of course I didn't even know you could do, which was marvellous. So we tried again, I'm ping, ping, ping. And at this point, the nurse turns to my friend and said, well, did you want to, learn how to do it? I said, well, it's all very well, but she's not going to be there as well. She doesn't live with me. I'm the one who needs to be able to crack this. So I think what I was probably doing is putting a whole lot of pressure on myself, with lots of negative thoughts that I couldn't do it, I'd be useless even, and that I was going to kill him off. So I think we had an appointment at 4:45. At 4:20, she went outside to see if somebody else could take one of her patients. I'm not even sure by then I'd even managed to get the needle in the bottle. And what she did is she brought a teddy, which was fabulous. I can inject a teddy. What they have is they have these saline solutions. So you test, because I said I don't want to just be trying it out on him, using him as a pincushion. So she said, do you want me to get a teddy? It was like, yes. I have no qualms about trying to stab a teddy with a needle. Teddy was actually a bit of a dog, I think, but he was a soft toy, and he was very amenable. Unfortunately, the first time I did Teddy, the needle wasn't in and it went all over the place, but that's fine. Or was that? No, that was the first time I tried Baloo, I think. So then we progressed from the Teddy to Baloo. And the reason is, she said to me, I'll demonstrate on Baloo. I said, no, I want him to have as least sort of goes as possible. So, and I tried, and obviously she said, no, that's fine. And it wasn't fine, and it went all over the place. And then I managed to get it in, and basically you have to, and this is a really interesting, you have to tent the skin, which I quite like. You have to tent the skin. I could see him with his little backpack and his tent on the back, and then you put the needle in and it's all tickety-boo. Now what you're meant to do is put the needle in, pull the doofree thing back to make sure there's no blood in it, and then do it. But unfortunately I haven't got enough fingers and hands, so we settle for stick the needle in and push it in. So I don't think I slept very well last night because I was so worried, because obviously I did it yesterday, I gave him in his insulin, but I thought, well, it's all very well while he's in a cat carrier with the nurse and my friend there, but what's he going to be like when we're actually, you know, at home? Is he going to leg it? Is he going to cry out? Because when we did it to him in the cat carrier, the first time I did it, he laid down flat. I said, I've killed him. Now, she chuckled, because obviously I hadn't killed him, he was just lying down. But I mean, that was my thought process, you know. I thought, I've just done it, I've killed him. But I hadn't killed him. Do you know what happened this morning, guys? Do you know what happened? I fed the other cats. I got the solution ready. He was eating his food. I stuck the needle in. I put it in. And I was like, did that actually happen? Because it's done. He didn't even turn round or stop eating. So I'm very hopeful that tomorrow is going to be exactly the same. And that I've been a drama queen for nothing. And I can see some of you in the chat are saying that you've had to do that to your own cats. And I know, of course, Sue is. Now, the hope is that in 2 to 3 months he'll go into remission. Because you suddenly realise that he needs his jabs 12 months apart. Wouldn't that be lovely? 12 hours apart. And again, you're kind of in the situation of, exactly, Tina. Exactly, Tina. I take everything in my stride. So it just means that life is a little bit tricky than it was. So, of course, when it came to my birthday today, I didn't really care, if I'm honest with you. Usually I spend it with my sister. And my sister couldn't come down because she was working. So I was like, And I think the other thing is, he's so bad at taking tablets. I mean, literally sticks his paw up and then he'll stick his claw in you, and then that's one hand gone, and then he can't do the tablet. But so he was having the liquid solution on his food, but he can never have steroids again. The problem is, of course, is that he can't have the steroids, which is what was helping his IBD and or cancer. So we now, I said to my vet, I said, does he have to have a special diet? Should he not have treats? He said, you just don't worry about that. I think we have to realise he's 15 and a half years old. And what's more important is quality of life. What does Baloo want? Baloo wants to have food available all the time, water available all the time, and he wants his mum to sit on the sofa so he can sit on her lap. And that is Baloo's favourite position. So I've had my heart monitor fitted today, and there's only 3 sticky pads on it instead of the 14. So I'm walking around with a heart monitor now. She shoved it in my bra. I said, what do I do when I go to sleep? She said, wear it to bed. She meant my bra. I was like, oh, I've never slept with my bra on. I mean, this is like groundbreaking stuff. So probably won't sleep again tonight, to be honest. Mainly because usually I sleep on my front. But I'm not doing that with my stickers. And these things you can pull off accidentally. Well, let's see how that goes. So then I take it back tomorrow. And it takes 2 to 3 weeks for the results to come through. There's a little green button. If you're having a palpitation, you press the green button. And then there's a yellow button. I said, what's the yellow button for? Oh, don't worry, darling, it's settings. I'm like, but I'm nosy. I want to play with the settings. Well, I think, Leslie, you could look at it in 2 ways. Having a poorly cat and a heart monitor actually could be a rather good combination, because what we don't want to do is be so calm, which isn't like my life at all. Look at the glorious stag. Came to us from Stag Place, I believe, in London. Isn't that majestic? Lock Meadow Complex. The local cinema, bowling, food. So my sister, because she couldn't come today, she sent me a little package. She rang me and when I was at Pets at Home, she said, have you received anything today? I said, no. I said, no, I'm at Pets at Home, and then I'm going to go to Aldi. So I went to Aldi, bought a pizza, spoiling myself for my birthday. Get home, there's a Sainsbury's bag outside my front door. I'm like, oh, Lorna's sent a delivery. Open it up, there's a pizza. I'm like, oh, my sister knows me very well. Got me some Freddos and some rainbow tulips. It's like, oh, this is all very splendid, isn't it? He'd wedged the tulips in, so they were a bit bent, but you know, it's not the end of the world. I'm sure they'll spring back. And let's look at the back of Archbishop's Palace for that glorious view. We're on the Millennium Bridge, also boingy boingy.
Remember when we chatted about milk yesterday?
Isn't that? I think it's my favourite view in Maidstone, this. See the Kentish Lady boat? Down there, that takes you on trips down the river. What we'll do is we'll wander down the steps hopefully not fall down. Then we'll get another view on the side of the Archbishop's Palace. Well, exactly, this is my birthday treat. Obviously, spending it with you guys. So I've got some photos to share with you. Don't let me forget. Then we've got the other side of the bridge. Now, I don't know if you remember, but those of you who went on my Shaun Sheep tour, we had over there is the oh, I've forgotten the name. The amphitheatre, which is where we had the interesting encounter. Yes, Claire, we're in Maidstone, in Kent, in England. We've literally walked from Tovel Green just into the town of Maidstone. So there's the river. Obviously you can see where we walked down. So that's going down towards Tovel. And then we go round here. And we're looking at Toilet Rolls on the left, which is a hotel. And you've got the bridge. And that is the traffic coming from Maidstone. You can probably hear the sirens there. And literally on the right, if you carried on walking up, that is the town of Maidstone there. Let's have a wander down. So we've got lots of pretty flashing lights where it looks like it's the police. Looks too small for an ambulance. We've got the courts in front of us here. A colleague of mine had to do jury service for 2 weeks. And he was a juror on a attempted murder charge. I think they got away with GBH. Somebody was stabbed quite a few times. I disagreed with the verdict. Sounded like attempted murder to me, but there you are. I wasn't on the jury. I didn't spend 2 weeks on a cold seat listening. Oh, hello Michael. I was wondering if you'd be able to get here in time after work. Such a beautiful building. And this is rush hour now. Well, I say rush hour. I mean, it'll have been rush hour since 5 really. It's not too bad. I've been stuck here a fair few times round the big roundabouts, because if you look ahead, you've got the bridge in front, and if you went left, you'd go up a slight hill, go down the road, and you're on your way to Barming. Yeah, got a bus for you. I'm afraid we haven't got one of the red buses. We'll have to stick with the Arriva. Couple of swans. Yeah, Mike actually is forgiven because he's been working. So, and as it's my birthday, I'm feeling nice. Hello. swans, I'm afraid I have no food for you. Have you just come to peck my head off? A birthday peck or a birthday honk? Oh, never had a birthday honk. Saw one of your relatives earlier. I've got a video to share with them. Hello. Black web feet. Don't want to lean forward too far, I'll end up falling in. And then All Saints Church there in the distance. Oh, actually no, he was in guitar lessons, so I'm not sure now. Are swans there vicious like Canada geese can be? No, swans are protective of their young, absolutely. You should never get too close to a swan and scare it, because they will, you know, look after themselves. But what I'll do is very quickly share the video I took for you earlier. On the way back from the medical centre, I stopped at Leybourne Lakes for a birthday treat. And look at that clear water, and you can actually see the swan getting some lovely, lovely bits and bobs from the bottom of the lake. However, what you will also see is, I couldn't quite tell if that was it, if that actually is something that shouldn't be around it, or whether or not that's a bit of foliage. And I was talking about beautiful view at Leybourne earlier, Leybourne Lakes. Look at that. That was the treat with the view. Beautiful sky, lovely reflection. No, I'm not sure, Tina. I really couldn't see. I'll probably email the Leybourne tomorrow. And there's the man of the moment. There's Mr. Baloo. That was just today on the decking. And it looked like foliage to me too, Mike, because I'm sure there was a leaf on either side. There's Baloo enjoying the sun. Now, as you can see, I wanted a black cat. Didn't get a black cat. It's my fake black cat. He's got beautiful sort of browns and gingers on his coat. And if he does a lot of sunbathing, then he'll get even more gingery. And then, of course, as I said, my sister bought me a gift from Sainsbury's. And I want to outdo Linda because, of course, it's all about the bag. So I've had Odessa in there, I've had Peach in there, and I've had Baloo in there. And I'll be honest, I don't think I'll dye him. Thank you, Michael. But, you know, it's always an option, but also absolutely not. Laurie, I've got 5. I've got Freya and Apollo. Freya is also known as Lepesh, Peachy. They're now 2.5. I have Odessa, whose birthday was actually on the 16th of March. And she was born in 2017, so she's now 8. We have Kato Potato, who's 12, coming up for 12, and we have Mr. Baloo. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you to those of you that have liked my video. I believe it helps with the YouTube algorithms. And thank you for any tips you have given me. I will spend them on, who knows, probably vet bills. It's interesting because I got the pet insurance renewal, for Baloo. Last year it was £1,000, and I thought to myself, I think it's going to go up quite a lot since this IBD diagnosis. And well, it's gone up to £1,900 a year, and I was thinking to myself, you know what? Good Lord, is that a rat? Is that a rat? I mean, I have no issue if you're a rat. Are you a rat? Oh, there's lots of rats. Are they rats? Oh heavens, there's loads of them. I need my glasses on. Are they rats? I'm just going to keep asking the same thing. Are they rats? They are rats. Can you see them? Oh, there's thousands of them. I hope nobody's scared of rats. I'm not scared of rats. I was actually coming to show you the duck. How many times did I say rats in the space of 60 seconds? Quite a lot, I feel. I wonder if ducks are friends with rats. Oh! Oh, what's that? I'm not sure you should be eating that. I'll be honest, I like rats. I've never seen, well, I saw a rat once at an animal sanctuary running around by the monkeys, I think. But I had to stick my glasses on in case I was going to say they were rats and you'd say to me, no, they're an otter, you fool. Just trying to see if you can, I mean, all these brambles. Yeah, exactly. Well, the other thing is, I've just realised that I'm standing in front of this kind of soil, and I was debating treading on it, but then you could end up finding out that it's just actually a massive ant's nest, and that's how I ended my days, being eaten alive by killer ants. I think all the rats have gone now. Well, that was very exciting. We see so much, don't we, when we're just toddling around. Actually, Leslie, you know what? You're probably very right that people have been feeding the ducks, and Mr. Ratty, again, a bit of soil and brambles, have been going, why, thank you very much. This is very nice. Or maybe it's actually not an ant hole, it's a massive rat hole. A rat hole. I will be doing my Margaret will probably like this. I think she enjoyed it. Hopefully as did a few of you. The dinosaur tour again with some new stops. So, Laurie, are you talking about the heart monitor? We'll have a quick look at this, and then the heart monitor will monitor all the pings, I'm guessing. It's going to be like a broadband test, so it's going to notice when, look at that beautiful sky, when it pings at one end and yes, Leslie, I still have your coin, which is fabulous. Right then. Let's wander back, shall we? Just going to have a quick nose. I'm slightly obsessed with the rats. Oh, goodness. Obsession with rats meant she didn't realise she was at the top of the step, leant over and fell all the way down. The sky is gorgeous, isn't it? And actually, I like a bit of cloud as well. Oh, Casey. I thought of you, we heard the bells. Tina's just started. I mean, I'm not sure what of that sentence isn't certifiable. I just started talking to my cats in your English accent by accident. I mean, I just started talking to my cats. I mean, that in itself, but in an English accent. Where are they going off to, do we think? And if you were of any doubt, you can see indeed that is a male stag. Oh, this is wonderful. There's no kids, so let's go through the play area. This one would be right up Nat Street. There you are. Mr. Squirrel, I'm not entirely sure what you do. Some of these things look actually as if they're quite intricate. I hear a little person. But this looks a bit Krypton Factory. Got those that turn around. I'm not going to touch it. I mean, can you imagine all the germs in this? And we now have a little bit. Let me just show you this quickly. The owls are not what they seem. Have you never seen a squirrel riding a hovercycle? Honestly, Michael, you've never lived. I've got Tina talking to her cats in English. Well, not in English, in an English accent. I mean, I'm not sure she could talk to them in French with an English accent. It's really interesting because I don't think you've taken you out in this month of May before along here. It's just really fascinating to see how all the kind of plants are in their different stages. All the trees just starting to bud. It's a very cute squirrel, isn't it? Now we have some people who are having very deep conversations. Looking at the back of their garden. What did I just say? I said May. Well, that's really interesting because I'm quite sure I said March, but considering you're all saying that I said May, quite frankly, I must have said May, but in my head I said March. Oh, well, that's wonderful, isn't it? This is what happens. I blame the heart monitor. See, when I was in Leybourne, I saw one of these trees in blossom, and I was like, oh, it would be so wonderful to show you all. So I'm really pleased that I can actually get to show you here. Just so delicate. Love it. And then with those colours of the sky behind. But absolutely, see, I was thinking forward to Claire's birthday, which is in May. Let's have a sniff, shall we? A very light fragrance. I prefer something more stinky like a hyacinth. Should have another note saying Ian and Leonie watch out. Although Ian doesn't actually come down here, but you know, if he did. Now this is a wonderful, is this not a pineapple tree? Look at that. That's a beast of a tree, isn't it? Did anybody else sniff? I don't know, Tish. I'm guessing you did. Which I quite enjoy the thought of that. This tree has seen some things, hasn't it? I reckon if you press that button there, that'll open up a gateway to another realm. And then we've got this one, which has got legs. Unfortunately, it ends at the torso and it hasn't got any feet. If I'm honest, it should have a pair of underpants as well, but you know. Oh, we've got a little, what do we think, bird box, bat box? These are the little skirts, got the little tutus, and you've got the secret eye up there. Yeah, these, just love these trees on the way back. We marched past them on the way in. I blame the tour guide. Well, yes. And, you know, one of those branches must weigh an absolute ton. You'd have no hope if that went and landed on your head. They absolutely got carried home. You can see another one, gnarly. Gnarly's a great word, isn't it? You can see the gnarly one. You can also see some healthy people coming, running on a Wednesday afternoon. I'm going to be doing aerobics later to see if I can do anything with the heart monitor. Set it off. Break it. Unping all my connections. That one looks a bit mouldy, a little bit. Is that lichen? Oh, now I see a face. Green eyebrows, a big old bulbous nose and a green mouth. I'm not losing my mind, I promise you. Got a big old white dog coming towards us.
Wait a little bit better.
He's carrying too much. He had to stop. There's a life buoy. Periodic inspections of this lifeline holder should be performed. What would you do? throw it in and jump and see if it floats. There's probably a more scientific way to test it. See, that's why you're all with me. You saw the face. Lovely sound of a dog barking. The guitarist Sinclair's band had to wear a 24-hour hot monitor. He said it kept coming off in the night, so it mostly monitored his mattress. Well, if his mattress has got a heartbeat, then it's a better mattress than mine. I imagine I won't really sleep, because I'll have to sleep on my back. I try sleeping on my back because of my dodgy shoulders, and then I end up sleeping on my side. The dog sounds like it's got a frog in its throat. It's a dog, maybe it has got a frog in its throat. Do you know what, Tish? That's absolutely why. If he'd have worn a bra, yeah, I'm glad you're picking up the bird song. I wouldn't know what colours of birds they are. My bird knowledge is limited to bird. Although I could tell you about the parrot. That was definitely a parrot. I'm tempted to teach it to swear if I went again, but there was the story of some parrots at a zoo that had to be removed from the public because they kept swearing so badly. Sleeping sitting up, Dawn. Definitely we are seeing more buildings than normal because of the lack of foliage. The temperature's dipped a bit, but that's to be expected as we are indeed in March. The good news is it's so very nearly spring. The clocks will soon go forward, and we shall have lighter evenings, warmer days, and it will be fabulous. Hello, Rosie. Well, you'll be able to watch it all back. You've missed all the gossip. It's a lovely willow, isn't it? And nice steps. I do like the rear of their house. Mowing a lawn must be a challenge. You don't want to get your speed up, because if you get too much pace behind it, you're going in the river. I wonder if you always mow upwards rather than downwards, just in case. Yes, Casey, I know. Canada's already forward. So what time is it for you guys then? That probably works well, doesn't it, actually, in this short period of time. So if I'm saying it's what? 6:15 now? What time is it for you? Sounded like a chat-up line. Oh! Well, that's interesting. I would suggest that tree there, Laurie's on 115, Tish is on 218, Casey's on 218. Oh, and Fran's confused everybody by 12:18. Oh, so's Tina. Oh, well then, you've just all blown my mind. It's a good decent hour. Can you see all of these? All of these new, not new, but new building developments. Thank you, Mike, for telling me what time it is in the UK. Leicester's 6:18. Sandy's on 1:18. You've still got your afternoons ahead of us, ahead of you. We've just got the evening. See what tours are on. See what telly's on. Respect and share the path, guys. Oh look, so Allington Lock. Oh, I think it's longer than a mile. I mean, that feels very much more than a mile. And East Farley, 2 miles. Interestingly enough, the colours are slightly different. On the phone than they are in real life. 2:18, so kind of basically between, for those not in the UK, between 12 and 2. So not too massive a difference, really. It's got a bit red, hasn't it, with the camera now? It's obviously sensing the low light levels. It's making it all a bit as if we're on Mars. If I, see if I tilt the camera up slightly, you get more light, goes back into the blue, turn it back again, and we're back into Mars. Six time zones in Canada. Good Lord. 6 time zones. I think it's the 30th of March we spring forward, which is the Sunday. That's sad to see, isn't it? Whatever that is floating down the river is not wildlife. Couldn't tell you what it was. Looks like rubbish. Such a shame. So it's Mother's Day on the 30th. My mother's birthday on the 29th. Mother's Day on the 30th. So she loses an hour. It's a rat's mattress. Splendid, I'll be honest with you. That's probably going to be the best answer we're going to get, so we'll keep to it. Do rats sleep on their front, on their back, or sitting up? Isn't nature just so delicate? Those teeny petals. Well, there is the argument that we shouldn't spring forward, we shouldn't fall back, we should keep it as is. But there's obviously pros and cons for each. Everybody has their own reason for doing it. Well, not everybody has their own reason for doing it. Everybody has their own reason for wanting it in a different way. I'll be honest, when I get the extra hour, I love it. When I lose the extra hour, I'm very annoyed. Oh, Casey says the older she gets, the harder it is to adjust to each time change. You can just see Casey walking around muttering, I don't know why they changed the times back in my day. Anyone in the Isle of Wight? Well, you've got the Bramwells in the Isle of Wight. Very nice. Enjoy the Isle of Wight, it's lovely. Make sure you go to the Isle of Wight Sanctuary. I knew you did, Casey. I've got your accent down pat now, you see, as I've spent time with you. Yes, I've overrun the tour walking back, but never mind. Got some lovely things to show you in this spring. Has sprung. And of course then you've got the meteorological spring and the calendar spring and the spring. Well, that looks like a well, it's a shame about the can in the middle, but I was just thinking, well, now I wish I hadn't said it, because when I first looked at it, I thought it looks like a neck pillow. Now I'm looking at it, it looks like something else. So I'm moving swiftly on.
I've been waiting 5 years.
Well, meteorologically, I think we are in spring. But then, but I'll be honest, it doesn't matter. Whatever you call it, it is what it is. Today we had glorious weather. Well, it's my birthday, so you'll have to forgive me. I've got an exciting hot date with injecting Baloo and deciding which pizza to eat. I've had 2 of the Freddos already. Going to Wild Heart Animal Sanctuary, that's the name, that's the one. It's a wonderful place. Mum, Mick and I went there, and we had a tour with Charlotte Corney. Hello! And it was absolutely spectacular. We got to hand feed a lion, hand feed a tiger, hand feed, I can't even remember what, meerkats. It was an absolutely spectacular experience. Slightly annoyed, the colours of the sky didn't come out as I had hoped, but I can't control the weather or the colour of the sky. I should just be grateful that on Saturday, as I was driving down to Hampshire, it was absolutely splendid colours in the sky. And sunset, I think today it's 6:06. So yes, we'll have a choice of pizzas, Leslie, because my sister bought me one and I bought me one. Beautiful yellow glow.
Right, this is going to be the exciting bit. This is where one of us could fall in. This is dangerous bit.
So look at all that, right by the river. So imposing. I think that's a bit too close. Dwarfs are lovely terrace houses. Yes, that's Charlotte Corney, who we met, is Chris Packham's other half. She's lovely, absolutely lovely. Very fortunate to brush a tiger, obviously safely, not, but that was an elder tiger that she'd hand reared from a cub. So yeah, it was absolutely incredible. Yep, it is Leslie, underneath, so they run kayaks. I'm not entirely sure it wasn't the pair that I spoke about earlier. And of course, heavens above, they'll be right above. They'll all be complaining about the noise of the doves then, won't they? Because they've put this set of flats right here, and this is a Lane's Fairy Garden. Are you all going night-nights now? You all going night-nights? Yeah, night-nights. Nighty-night. No goats. Very happy Bun Bun. If you want to see something really scary, will that give you nightmares, chaps? I'll tell you what, who said you'd have nightmares about the gnomes? There you are. I'm happy to help. Reinforce that nightmare. I'm not sure I can pretend to be 21 anymore. Oh, do you know what? Because I'm clever like that. Oh, watch out. These are aliens invading. Watch that movement. See? There's nothing attached. Oh, and we've got the train again. For all you train spotters. Look. I did Google to make sure I remembered her name correctly, and I did, but even if I hadn't, if I'd have paid attention. And we are back to where we started. Well, not for those of you that didn't join at the beginning of the tour. Do feel free to watch up on Catch Up. What wonderful reflection those trees are giving us. People have now got their lights on. Oh, this looks good, doesn't it? That's really atmospheric. That'd be great for a ghost tour. That's just the right ambience. So thank you to everybody who has joined me. Thank you to everybody who's liked my video. Thank you to everybody who has sent me a little tippy tip. Thank you to everybody who's wished me a happy birthday. I think with everything that's been going on, I won't be doing a tour at the weekend, but you've had one today. And then I need to sort of think about what I'm going to be doing next. It will still be available on Friday, Trista. I won't take it down. I don't think there's any risk of copyright. Thank you for having a birthday, says Tish. That's quite all right. I have one every year. Long may that continue. I hope you enjoyed the river walk. Thanks, Tricia. Very nice. Very kind. So I think my next tour is going to be the one of the statues at Liverpool, whose name escapes me at the moment. I've been teasing with you with it for a while. So thank you very much. I'm going to turn it round, end the tour with that view of trees rather than my face. And the honking. I think they're singing happy birthday, but I can't quite be sure. All right, lovely people, you take care. Speak soon. Bye. Bye.